So what's up, folks? It's be your boy Marv, man, and I am the host of this here podcast called the PPM Podcast. So let me just run down the rules of engagement. Let me give y'all some definitions, some understanding of what we're going to be dealing with on this particular podcast. First and foremost, let me tell y'all what PPM stands for. Now, my guy, TK Kirkland is the first person I heard say this term. It's called proper pussy management, right? I also added in the penis part as well because this is going to be a podcast that is going to be discussing the power dynamics between men and women. So I am going to talk about the shit that men do, and I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm also going to talk about the shit that women do, the good, the bad, the ugly. I am also going to be bringing people on to discuss these power dynamics because I want y'all to hear what the modern and average people are saying out there in the universe. I want you to know what women and men are thinking. I'm going to be talking to average, everyday people. Now, does that mean I'm going to be excluding anyone out of that? No. But I'm going to be talking to average, everyday people. We're going to be talking to people of all races as well. But primarily, it is going to be the black race. I'm black. I'm Black American, foundational Black American. And my target audience is black people. You know what I mean? We're going to be talking about black culture and all those kind of things. That does not mean that you can't participate in the conversation, but understand the point and perspective that we're coming from. We're going to be speaking about a lot of generalizations. That does not mean absolutes. That does not mean you can start bringing in these superfluous little arguments. You can't start bringing in your little, me in particular. Like, no. We don't want to hear that shit. Now, if you're brought on to discuss your particular situation, then yes, we can talk the particulars and the specifics of your situation. But what we won't do is when I say generalizations and y'all start trying to make an exception based on your experience. I'm talking about general experiences. I'm not talking about your specific experience. Can we reference your specific experience? Yes, we can. Can we reference my specific experience? Yes, we can. Can we reference the guest specific experience? Yes, we can. And we're going to get into all of that. We're going to be talking about everything, but the main overall point is going to be the power dynamics between men and women. Now, what does that mean? I told y'all this is the rules of engagement, right? Now, this will be a video podcast. I will do video and audio interviews. I will allow guests to come on the show and speak. But what I want you to understand is don't come on here just because you know me personally. Don't come on the show thinking I'm going to treat you with kitten glasses or kitten what you call them shits, gloves. We're not gonna have little soft gloves, and I'm gonna no. If the topic is intense, you better be ready to talk about the topic in an intense manner. If you're not, don't come on. I will hang up on you. I don't care. Now, how are you gonna call in? I'm still gonna work on that. I'm leaning towards doing Zoom. What I'm leaning towards is you guys call into Zoom or Google Hangouts, or you log into Google Hangouts or Zoom. You hop on. So if you want to be on camera, you can. If you don't, that's fine. You be able to hop on, hop off, however you want to do it, and go from there. The other option is I may use a phone line where you just strictly call in. So I'm just working on those two. But I'm going to use pop culture topics and how they can relate to us everyday people. So there's a lot of things that go viral. There's a lot of things that become hot topics. I'm going to use those topics and drive home a point that I want to make. At the end of the day, this is my ideology. Yes, there's references that I get my ideology from. One being old school Mac lessons, Tariq Nasheed. Another one being The Business, Jason Black. Those is where the basis of a lot of my information is coming from, of course, with my own experience twist and mixed to it. So, with that being said, if something happened, don't think that we may not talk about it. The thing is, I want y'all to understand that we are the main audience that I'm going to be talking to are not celebrities and entertainers. So we won't be speaking from that perspective. Yes, something may happen with celebrities and entertainers that I can use as content on the show to reference a point with the average day people. But we will not be covering everyday celebrities and entertainers. Now, is there times where I'm gonna see a celebrity or entertainer, they say or do something, and I can say, look, guys, look at how this person handled this. Here's how you should handle this going forward. Yes. But at the end of the day, the description in the show is saying dealing with your reality. So what that means is I don't care where you fall on the social ladder. When you call into the show and you ask for advice or you want to get gamed up, we're going to speak with what you're dealing with and where you want to go. We are not going to be dealing with these fantasy and hypergamies and hypotheses and what ifs and if that. We're not dealing with that. We're going to deal with your scenario and how we can help you out in your reality and growing you from there. Now, the overall goal for this podcast is to tighten y'all shit up. Y'all out here moving shaky. Y'all out here moving foolish. Y'all out here doing dumb shit. A whole lot of game goofy shit I see out there, and it disgusts me. So I don't want y'all to think it's going to all be negative, negative, negative. But what I'm going to do is try and turn these negatives into positives. So if I see something that looks fucked up and game goofy, I'm like, okay, if this person handled it like this would have fared better for them. I'm going to give everyone time to speak. I'm going to get everyone to say their piece. If you're a supporter, I'm going to let you go ahead and do your thing. If you're a hater or a non-supporter, I don't want to call you a hater just because you don't agree with me. If you're a non-supporter, I'm going to let you do your thing. But at the end of the day, this is my ideology. This is my show. This is my shit. No one's coming on here hijacking my shit. I will mute you and cut you the fuck off with the quickness and the swiftness. So with that being said, I would like to welcome you all to the PPM podcast hosted by yours truly, Marv. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. The PPM podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you follow me, HVO Marv, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And by the way, make sure you stream my music and all that other shit. And also shout out to my Trap Nerd guys, trapnerdcreations.com, Trap Nerd Gaming. Make sure y'all go check them boys out too. Until next time, this is just the introductory. This is just the rules of engagement. Episode 1 will be coming very soon.